Sweet Kenyan lady, she a chocolate lady. Abi, millenniums. Oh, it's a boy's line. Samba, samba, bam, bam, bamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, samba, bam, bam, bamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, 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 sambamba. Samba, 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 sambamba. Samba, samba, bam, bam, bamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, samba, bam, bam, bamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, 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 sambamba. Samba, 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 sambamba. Rap because it, check you wanna set. Kire merijen, wanna meditate. Marasa koreng, check you wanna bled. Kalito watin, octopigo egg. Sling kwenye ring, mina saka checks. Money kwenye bank. Konda kwenye road, wameshika ganji. Sanse kwenye road, wamepewa chumbi, chumbi. Samba, samba, bamba, bamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, samba, bamba, bamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, 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 sambamba. Samba, 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 sambamba. Check it ring, let her ring, let her ring, let her ring, let her ring. Check it ring, let her 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 ring. Chafua kwa kiti, chafua kwa grao, chafua kwa meza, chafua kwa grao, 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 chafua kwa grao, grao, grao. Bep, ebu ita brayo, brayo, kevo. Bep, ebu ita brayo, brayo, kevo. Samba, samba, bamba, bamba, samba, sambamba. 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 Yo. Baby Rongai, baby Kisumo, baby Buru, baby Umo. Chafua kwa meza, chafua kwa kiti, chafua kwa meza, chafua kwa kiti, chafua kwa grao, grao, grao. Baby cha brayo, brayo, brayo. Yo.
Hey, 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 hey. Samba, 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 ba. Oh, samba, 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 ba. Samba, hey, samba, hey, samba, samba, ba. Samba. Wow.
Good evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for Eastland's Expressions, and that is how we start the show.
Yes,
Samba vibes, you know.
Samba, 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 ba.
That was Lane. He will be coming back shortly, but nimesikia ametaja Kevo na Brayo. Atatuambia mbona Kevo na Brayo wana samba kwa samba. But thank you so much for joining us for Eastland's Expressions. It is so lovely to get to hang out with you guys one more time, of course, every Saturday from 2 p.m. We apologize for being late. Technical issues, but
Yes, Manzi.
yeah, thank you for joining us. Remember, you also get to interact with us on our social media handles. We are on Instagram at E_squared KE, on Facebook at Eastlands Expressions, and on Twitter at E_squared KE.
Yes, Manze. If you're joining us for the first time, this is how we do it each and every Saturday. So what you're gonna do for us is just sit back, relax, tunaleta party hapo mali uko usio.
Yes, and subscribe to the channel as well. You need to turn the notification bell on so that every time we are live, you are on the know. You get to hang out with us. Of course, we get to learn more each and every single Saturday.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. They call me Pinches the Entertainer.
And I am Caroline Atieno.
So, inakuwaje, Caroline?
Ishakuwa.
Ishakuwa.
Samba vibe. Ishafanya vitu zikakuwa.
Samba vibe. Manze can't wait. Sijui hiyo performance lazima tutaipiga tena, man.
Yeah.
Keep it locked, tustoke hapo.
Yeah, like always bring you the best of the best only on Eastland's Expressions every
Yes, man.
Saturday.
Keep it
Yeah.
locked.
Yeah.
So, how have you been?
I have been well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm always excited to be here on
be here,
every
man.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So my week was very fine.
The
Yeah.
best place to be, no?
Of course.
So my week has been okay too. Assignments to hapa na pale, deadlines to beat, meetings to attend. But thank God nashukuru imeisha poa, that is. Na just like wanaitwaje? Two wise men once said, bora uhai. Unajua wise men
Hao
ni
ni
kina
kina
nani?
nani? Who are
Two
those
wise men walisema bora uhai.
Mhm.
Eh,
Who are
bora
those
uhai.
wise men?
Team Pose na team OG.
Okay, bora uhai. So guys, it's nice to have you. Of course, we have an amazing show for you guys. We have amazing artists in the studio, and of course, we are going to be having that conversation on persons with disability and sports.
Yeah.
Tuliguzia last week na today is that day. We get to understand everything, yani the dynamics around sports and persons with disability, the challenges they go through that. And we are going to be focusing on basketball, of course, but we'll be tackling through the industry as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So International Peace Day happened.
International Peace Day happened. A lot happened this week, actually.
Yeah.
To start with, of course, we're not going to be having this conversation on inclusivity for persons with disability without acknowledging that September is national, it's world, actually, World Death Awareness Month.
World Death Awareness Month.
Death Awareness
Or
Month.
death.
Death.
Hey,
You've
umenishtua.
said death.
Hey, nimedhani death tena tuna celebrate death.
Yeah.
Anyway, World Death.
Deaf Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Now, this day is marked across the world, yani, to celebrate the rich culture of the deaf people, and of course, just continue advocating for the rights of the deaf people. Yani, they are not less humans; they are as human as you are.
Yeah.
The only difference is they are
Able differently.
yes,
same
they're
able.
able differently. Yeah. And of course, 23rd, that was this week. Actually, a lot happened this week. 23rd ilikuwa International Sign Language Day, and the theme for this year was "We Sign for Human Rights."
We sign for human rights.
Yes, we sign for human rights.
Yeah.
Of course, there is the International Peace Day. Yani September is a beautiful month.
Imekuwa tu imekuwa a month of celebrating good things, ndio.
Yeah.
And our theme for International Peace Day was actually recovering better for an equitable and a sustainable world.
Yes.
Now, talking about peace, considering this is actually the last one to celebrate towards elections next year.
Before we get to that,
yeah,
people are wondering why we're talking about International Peace Day. It is a global thing.
Yeah.
And it is marked across the world.
Yeah.
It is something that is celebrated every day, yani every month of September, to commit to peace over all differences, and then it just contribute to building and expounding more on a culture of establishing, being around peace, having peace in your nation, having peace across the world. Yeah. We'd love to be in a peaceful world, because without peace, nini never happen. There's nothing. Yeah, there's so much chaos.
I mean, if you look at it from maybe a broader perspective, a peaceful nation, mara mingi economy went down, investors pull off, activities zile mobs zenye zinafanya nation iende through, uwe zinakuwa affected sana na a place yenye hakuna peace.
Yeah.
Sindio, cause peace makes sure kila kitu inaendelea poa in a good way. Yeah. So without peace, manze sijui.
Yeah, and it is normally marked every 21st of September. Yeah. And being, of course, as you have said, being the last International Peace Day we ever get to mark before the general election, there's a lot that comes with that. And as we said last week, your vote counts so much, of course. Yeah. Your vote is not worth 50 shillings. And I will repeat this, guys. Your vote is not worth any amount of money. What your future holds is much brighter than that cash. Let me just call it petty cash.
Petty cash. And
yes.
Unaona kitu funny, Caroline, ni saizi nini zishaanza. Campaign zimeanza.
Of course.
Now, I don't know whether sisi young people, we are too hard-headed ama ni sijui what is wrong with us, kwa sababu we talk about these things very passionately. Everyone knows. Saizi ukisimamisha mute-man hapo hivyo umuulize ni aje, unajua rights zako, unajua venye unafaa kuona vote, unajua. Msee atakwambia, mimi sasa nimeamua manze this time ndavote wisely, nataka kiongozi anafanya hivi. We complain about these things over and over again. But saizi campaigns zishaanza and it's a total different story kwa ground. Yeah. Watu shaanza kuvurugana. Recently, last weekend, kulikuwa na some MPs wali visit hapa hivi Huruma, Mathare, walikuwa wanapitia tu, na it was chaos all over. Maboy wali take advantage, watu waliibiana, people got hurt in the process. So you wonder if already tunaonyesha politicians that sisi wenyewe kwa ground ni rivals, na sisi wenyewe hatuwezi stand pamoja against whatever wanafanya mbaya, it means it makes it easy for them to take advantage na kutugonganisha na kufanya sasa everything ikuwe ni chaos. Na wanapenda hivyo actually. In a place where there's chaos, unaweza dominate, unaweza chukua huyu mweke against huyu, umake sure agenda yako imesimama. So let's be wise, guys.
It starts with you, actually. It starts with you. It is a personal responsibility. Go beyond what you want as per now. Stop thinking about yourself. Stop being selfish. Think about your kids. Think about your grandkids. Think about your neighbors. Think about your community. And most of all, think about your country. Yani, your country relies so much on that piece that if we do that same mistake that we have been doing over and over again, we will not get anywhere. We will continue having these conversations, complaining about the same things. Guys, the cost of life is high. Life is so hard. Earth is hard. Surviving itself is hard. You cannot tell me, like, the same guy who came to you with the same manifestos for the past 2 years, or let's say the past 2 general elections, is coming back to you with the same manifesto. And nakwambia this time ukinivote, by the way, things will be different. What will be different? Yani, jikalisha tu chini, jite kamkutano, guys.
Be wise.
This is an eye-opener. Think about your future. Think about your kids. Think about what you want for the next generation. Because as per things are really going at a very bad space.
Yeah, vitu zinaendelea kuwa mbaya. Na it's only us, young people, that tunaweza take charge. Na tufanye vitu zikuwe better.
Yeah, we can make this work. Let's build a peaceful nation, guys. It all starts with you and I. Let's vote wisely. Be wise while voting. And of course, to avoid this story, mtu wangu, mtu wa kwetu. Come on, we are in the 21st century. Think about yourself and the future as well.
Moving forward, we are going to be starting the show on a different note. We visited the Kenya National Wheelchair Basketball Team, and we had an amazing conversation with them, guys. And in studio, we have the head coach, Mr. Andrew KIHUMBA. He's going to be having a conversation on, like, the strategies that have been put into place to make that a success, what it takes to be in the national team, the wheelchair national basketball team, and of course some of the challenges that come with being a basketball player, but in a wheelchair. I'm excited to hear how the conversation itakuwa, because this is something that not only me, but I feel like so many Kenyans hawajui. They don't know. Actually, kuna wenye wajua kuna team kama hiyo, sindio, to be honest. Now, it's a very good point to talk about it, na tuonyeshe that kuna wasee wenye wanafanya vitu wako in a different condition, but I was stop kufanya vitu. Sindio, it's so inspiring.
That story is so amazing. You want to check it out on Square Mtaani, but before we call in our expert for the day, we love you to take a look at what we did for Square Mtaani. We had a conversation with the national basketball team, wheelchair, and of course, this is what we made for you. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for Square Mtaani, yet another beautiful Saturday. My name is Carolina Tino, and today we are going to be having a quite interesting and very fun conversation. We're talking about sports for persons able differently. What got you into basketball?
The desire of being since I learned in a special school, nimekuwa nikicheza from primary school, high school. When nilimaliza high school, sasa nilikuja nikajiunga na Nairobi club, nikacheza sasa mpaka, as in I think it's the art of loving the game first of all, na pia kujidedicate your time, because I love the sport. So
some of the qualifications that are set, want to be able to qualify to be in the basketball team.
Okay. First of all, my main philosophy is the athlete himself, then the game itself. I use 3 acronyms, 3 Ds. One, I say D number 1 is determination. Are you determined to be part of this team? D number 2, I use desire. Do you desire to win for this team? And D number 3 is discipline. Are you disciplined as a player? I wouldn't want an indisciplined player in my team. So those are the 3 key things I look for in a player to be in my team. Yeah.
I noticed the ladies were training together with the guys. Is there something special about that?
Okay, with that one, we are trying to measure their strength. Are they capable to, if they get a stronger team, if they are able to compete with men and they are able to maneuver around and make baskets, that is for me a surety that if they get the equal, they'll be higher than them. So it's also the other thing is to create confidence in them. Yeah, it's not a really a usual thing that we do daily, but it's just a way of equipping the ladies to face even bigger challenges that come across for them.
Would you say we have enough facilities to facilitate the basketball team?
About facilities, I may say that in Nairobi, at least we have 2 facilities that suits wheelchair basketball playing. But our colleagues in other counties is a very big challenge. The facilities in the counties, they are not there. Having a smooth surface like this one, not easy to get in any other county. Only in Mombasa, at least we have 1. But in Nairobi, at least 2, because we have Nyayo and Kasarani. These are the suitable facilities for wheelchair training. Because if we go to a boarded facility whereby the surface is a bit rough, these wheelchairs won't last for even an hour. The tires will have worn out completely. So that's a challenge. As much as we want to, as much as we have teams that we need to develop in county areas, we find this a bit challenging because of the facility and again the equipment. Equipment is very costly because now this one is an old model, as the coach has said, but it's worth like 300,000. And the new model for now that the wheelchairs are being used it goes to around 500,000, one wheelchair. So you can just imagine how expensive it is.
What are we doing as a country to solve that challenge?
Actually, we are at a crossroads because we actually feel that if we can get some corporates who can come on board and also donors to assist us in developing these sports, then we'll be good to go. Because many times we look on government a lot. Government facilitates 100% when we are having an international competition. But it's not there actually to help us to acquire some new wheelchairs or to acquire a facility. Okay, let me say that these facilities, according to the constitution that was promulgated in 2010, it gives us a leeway to use it without hiring it, but when it is free. So you find at least we still have challenge if it is occupied. Or we normally given when the facility is free, it does not have any other team that are using at that particular time.
Did the team participate in the recently concluded Paralympics?
We did not participate because one, we missed last year's qualification due to the pandemic that we are having, and also which led us not to be in the Olympics, which were held this year. Yeah.
Tell us about these qualifications.
The qualifications were basically being held in South Africa in the month of March, which we were supposed to participate, and we had really trained well as a team, and we hoped to be part of the Olympic team that will be going there. So happened, we just missed. Yeah.
What would you say are some of the opportunities that have come with being in a basketball playing national team in Kenya?
For me, nimepata opportunities mingi sana because for one, I'm a student. So each and every time ukienda pahali mtu mwambie pia unacheza national team, there are some of the privileges zenye napata. Na pia kucheza hapa ka team napata ku grow sana. Najua naweza kujua how to deal with people first of all, and how to work as a team. So hiyo ndio imenisaidia sana because unajua hii game bila team you cannot work alone. Na pia discipline, because without discipline you cannot do anything. Yeah.
You have also been selected to play for a club in Greece. How does that make you feel?
It has always been my prayer since I joined wheelchair basketball. Imekuwa nikiomba God, nataka siku moja nifanye wheelchair basketball ikuwe na tofauti, na haijakuwa rahisi because kuna time hata coach anajua nilikuwa fika zoezi 5:30 ama 6 asubuhi, ndio niking'ang'ania nijaribu kupata opportunity. So venye ilikuja, ni kitu nilikuwa nimeambia God na sasa amenijibu. So kenye imebaki ni ati I work to my best and make our team best, na kuvuta pia wenzangu ndio tu move pamoja, because venye nimefunzwa unity hapa hivi, I don't think nitasahau hata nikienda wapi.
How did that opportunity come about?
I always encourage my players not to play like they're playing just in the court, and not like they're playing for Kenya only. There are so much opportunities out there. When he gets that opportunity, it's an encouragement for the team also. And we are so happy that God has opened a way for him, and if he goes, he'll open other opportunities for others, because I know he'll go and do his best there, and he has been training well. So I see him opening big spaces for other people to go there. Yeah.
How would you say we are doing as a country to nurture and promote sports? For example, basketball for persons able differently.
Okay, what I can say about the country nurturing basketball sports, it all is all about the federation that does that. But you find that it's a bit challenging when the federation doesn't have any resources to do what? To actually to develop the sport. Because many times you find, but I think this is revolving around finances almost in every area. Because if I say that I need to develop this sport, therefore I need to have resources whereby I have to buy wheelchairs for training, I need to hire ground, courts, and also need to go networking in schools and any other places. And all these need resources. Need to go out, go for special school in Joy Town to get some student like him. I just got him in a school, and many others here who have learned from this special school. So you find that, because for disabled persons, we have many sports, but they are expensive. They are very expensive actually to develop them. If I can go in areas like Nakuru, Eldoret, or any other place outside Nairobi, I can find disabled persons who are ready to join the sport. But where will they play? There's no ground, there's no wheelchairs. So you find now that's the question that links us in almost in all areas of our plans. But if we can get, because we have big plans anyway, we have so big plans, because we want to get these clubs in every county, so that we may have a competitive sport, competitive competition in our local arrangements, tournaments.
How exactly do you get the schools? Like, do you have some sort of funding?
We don't have any funding, and in schools we normally scout them during their school games, when they gather in a place, and then they do a lot of activities there, a lot of sporting activity there. So there is where we can get there, and we just scout them from how they play, and also what matters a lot, the nature of your disability. Now, like, I can give an example to this lady. This lady, when you get into basketball, you find that her class is a lower class compared to the nature of her disability. then compared it to me. If I'm a player, my class, I have higher points than her. That is characterize your level of your strength and the disability that you have.
The rules for the game, are they same as to those for any other basketball players, or are they different?
Actually, not really. They are not quite the same. I remember you're using wheelchair, and the able are using their normal legs. The rules are a bit different, but the way the referee calls them is a bit the same. Because for him, there's something we call a travel. Travel is when you catch the ball and you walk without dribbling, right? So for an able person, he has to keep on dribbling the ball. So for him, it's a turning of the wheel. So if he turns the wheel more than 3 times, that's a travel. So you see there's a bit difference between the rules and everything. Yeah. So also another thing, you see like now the fouls. If the 2 wheelchairs hit each other in a way that it's not attempting to play the ball, it's a foul for him. Where for the able, it's a contact. You see, this is contact between a wheelchair and a wheelchair. Yeah, you see that's a bit different. So the rules are not the same, but the calling of the rules by the referees is a bit the same. Yeah.
How long does a session take in a court?
A session or a game?
A game.
A game is played in 4 quarters, 40 minutes. So 1 quarter is 10 minutes. So we have 4 quarters in a full game. Yeah.
So would you say we Kenyans support basketball for persons able differently? Do we give that much of support?
What I can say is that haijapewa ile kipaumbele kama hizi sports zingine, kwa sababu unajua tukiangalia ukiwa na sports maybe like athletics, these are people who are okay, maybe the regular ones, kuna ile kila msee ameka emphasis on them, but sasa for us inakuwa very hard hata mtu, for example someone outside there kujua kuna such sport. So unapata watu wengi wanasemaga people with disability, there are no sports for them because hakuna ile publicity yenye inawekwa na the same na wasi yao wengine. Tukapewa equal as in the publicity equal for every game. I think hata watu wenye kwa disability wengi watajitokeza because many of them it's lack of knowledge, because mbona kama mimi nilikuwa special school wakaniona, so kama singekuwa special school singeijua kuna sport kai. So I think it's all about publicity.
Okay. Before we get to the upcoming tournament, he talked about getting funding, sponsors for the wheelchairs. So I'd also love to get to hear that from you. Does the government support by offering wheelchairs or something?
I can say to some point that we are fully able by the government to support us with wheelchairs, but I would say at least when we put up a budget, they give us an allocation for maintaining them, and that is a plus for them. But we are looking forward to advance our wheelchairs. You can imagine, I have a Beetle, and you have, let's say, Subaru in person. Can we compete? No, that is not able. Because what I'm saying is, if I'm competing with this wheelchair, this is a way long time wheelchair. And then when you go to advanced country, you find them, they have a bonded one. Coping up with that person is so difficult. You will have hard time. You will work twice what you have trained. Because now he has a better wheelchair. It's moving. You see? Mine, I'm still struggling to move. Him is already on the rim. I'm still on the half court line. Yeah, so it's kind of difficult. Yeah.
What is the highest level that the team has ever gotten to?
Highest level where we are Zone 5 champions. Yeah, we are Zone 5 champions, meaning that our neighbors here are down below us. yeah, we thank God for that also. The recent concluded tournament we had here was Zone 5. So we are Zone 5 champions, and we are looking forward to be qualified for the next tournament that we're going. Yeah, amen.
Tell us about the upcoming tournament.
We have several tournaments that are coming. We'll start with this qualification to Commonwealth that will be done in October. Then December we have our local tournament that is called Legends, and for memorial of our late brother who passed last year. Then in February we have a qualification to World Championship in Ethiopia. Then from there, I think we'll again revisit qualification for Olympics Paris. That will be in 2024.
You guys are doing amazing, and it's good to support. We celebrate you guys and continue aiming higher because we're gonna get there eventually. So guys, this has been Square Mtaani. Thank you for watching. Of course, remember to subscribe, turn the notification bell so that every time we are live, you get to access our content. Thank you so much for always keeping it square. Until next time, have a lovely evening.